At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com. This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. This is your host, Debbie. Welcome back to another episode of No Waco. I'm your host, Debbie, and today we have a very special guest here in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Peter Emerson with He Rules the World. It's a concert telling of the Nativity story at the Waco Hippodrome this year, December 11th through the 14th.
Yes, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to kick off the holiday season with having you right here on the show. And thank you for joining us on the 21st floor of the Alico building.
Oh, glad to be here. It's a beautiful place to be.
Yes, of course. So the first question I always ask any of my new guests on the show is, what brought you to Waco? Or are you a Waco native? What's your Waco journey?
My Waco journey started back in 1999 when I was living in Los Angeles, and I followed my then wife to Waco and discovered Baylor and raised a family here. Stayed here for over 20 years.
Wow!
And now I'm splitting my time between Austin and Waco, but I still have a residence here in Waco. So Waco is near and dear to my heart.
I love that. So kind of tell me about your creative journey as well and what it's kind of been like being a writer and getting this thing off the ground and going.
So He Rules the World, as I said, it's a concert telling of the Nativity story, and it was inspired by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, I love them.
So, in fact, my wife and I saw them last night down in Austin.
Wow.
It's the second time I've seen them. The first time I saw them was about this time in December of 2018.
Wow.
And that was down in San Antonio that I saw them that time. And I thought it was fantastic. It was a sold-out crowd, 25,000 people.
Wow.
It was just electric, great big guitar solos, LED screens, pyrotechnics, lasers, you name it,
So that's what we can look for here at the Hippodrome.
Yeah, but what... To some extent, yes. And I'm thinking, this is really great. It's a great spectacle. Everything I'm seeing and hearing, I'm really enjoying. But I'm thinking, boy, I can really do that. And then towards the end of it, I was like, well, why am I not doing this?
Yeah.
So my background is in music and composition. I was back in a past life, I was a pianist with the United States Marine Band.
Wow.
I've got degrees in jazz studies from Berklee College of Music in Boston, the University of North Texas. I did attend Baylor University and studied classical composition here.
Wow.
And then I've been a music educator for 20 years. Teaching in the Killeen School District.
Wow.
And I actually did teach my first year here in Waco, splitting my time between Brazos and Wiley middle schools that are no longer open and active. But so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, this is really fantastic. And the biggest thing that was missing in their story for me, and where I thought that there was a lane for me to write, is that their Christmas story was really more about secular Christmas, and I really wanted to tell the story of the birth of Jesus, and I can do that with my style of music, which ranges from jazz to progressive rock to R&B to all sorts of things, but it's certainly not as heavy metal as Trans-Siberian.
Yeah.
But what they were doing and how they were doing, it was really the impetus for where He Rules the World came from. And so I spent most of 2019 working that out, and I wrote there are 18 songs in the show, and 16 of them were written in 2019.
Wow.
In about a 6-month period. And then, of course, I was like, all right, I've got a great show, but now what do I do with it?
Yeah.
And it just, of course, it sat for a while, and
When the world shut down, yeah.
The pandemic happened the next year, and you put the world on the shelf, and And then, through the grace of God, um, my wife Jennifer and I just thought about this, and we were like, well, what are we going to do with this? And she said, this really needs to be on stage. And I'm like, well, I know that. And she's like, no, I mean it. And she really pushed for this to happen. And she's my partner in this, and she's my executive producer, and I'm the creative director, and I perform in the show. But we set out to do a production of the show in 2022, which we did down at the Dell Performing Arts Center in Austin. We started reaching out to people and musicians that I know in the state of Texas, just phenomenal musicians, started sharing my vision for it, and we got put in touch with David Gashin, who plays the Phantom in the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway over 1,300 times, and he was blown away by the material and the message of it, and jumped on board with us really quickly.
Wow.
And then we got fortunate enough to be put in touch with actor Kevin Sorbo, who ended up recording our narration and signing on as an executive producer as well. And that's just opened a lot of doors to us, and we've had a lot of media opportunities this year, and even with all that, so we know that we are sitting on something that's just a really, really great, high quality, family friendly, God-centered piece of entertainment that is good for everyone. I mean, literally everyone. There isn't anyone that we can't think of that shouldn't come see this. And so we decided that this year we would bring it to Waco. Seeing that I have, pretty strong Waco ties, know a lot of people here, been here since 2000 in one way or another. I'm still on music staff at First Baptist here on 5th and Clay. You can see it over our shoulder back behind me over here. So I'm in Waco every week, regardless. And we decided that the Hippodrome was a great place to do this. We did a Christmas in July premiere with a press junket in July, on July 24th. And we had 15 different press outlets here from around the nation. And that coverage is starting to hit for us now. And we're just really trying to create brand awareness for us and create a lane so that we can keep doing this in future years, wherever that takes us.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. And we're so excited for the show kicking off next Wednesday. Can I tell me what we can expect?
So, the show it's under 2 hours long. We've added a song to the show that's brand new since July even. And so that'll be really exciting. So if you have seen the show, please come out and see the show again.
It changes every time.
Well, I don't know how much it's going to change every time. But we are constantly trying to make it better and more intentional and develop it, certainly. But we do have some surprises in store now. But it's a multimedia presentation. It's a rock concert. But there's a big LED screen and a light show, and the LED screen between songs, we have animation, and that animation is the Nativity story, and that's narrated by Kevin Sorbo. And then the music itself is sung first person. So you get to hear from Mary and Joseph and the angel Gabriel and even Herod.
I love that.
And the wise men and the innkeeper. Really think about the innkeeper. Mary and Joseph go to the inn and he's like, well, I don't have room for you in the inn. You're going to have to go out to the stable, and here's the manger. That's all I got. So, but thinking, what did the innkeeper think when he had to do that?
Wow.
Really, really special moment. So we address that in the show and really try to touch on the human side of it. And
I love that.
so, so the big light show, it is a rock and roll concert, so we do get a little bit loud. But it's my style of music, which ranges from everything from progressive rock from the 70s and 80s, Styx, Steely Dan.
Oh, love
that. You'll hear a little bit of R&B influence like Stevie Wonder and all of that in there. And it's just a really great way to focus on why do we celebrate Christmas? Why have people celebrated Christmas for over 2,000 years?
Yeah.
And it centers you on, hey, story, this very human story.
Yeah.
You know, it has the very, very supernatural part of it where, you know, God's coming down to earth. That's a big deal. But we are looking at it also from the, hey, Mary and Joseph, they were real human people, and how would they have processed this?
Yeah.
So,
wow, I think that's so important. And again, just a wonderful way to kick off the holiday season here in Waco. There's so many exciting things going on. So it's so great to have something like this where really just people can come together and do something like that. With that, how kind of have you felt like this has brought together the community, or what are you looking forward to about it bringing together?
well, I'm really looking to the future for, because right now Waco does not know the show.
Yeah,
They don't
gotta
know
get
the
it out
show.
there.
They need to come to the show,
Mhm.
which I do want to mention that that we are currently running a 50% off tickets. Our
Mhm.
most expensive ticket, if you pay full price, is $35. We're running 50% off right now with a coupon code KEYTAR50, KEYTAR50, all one word, and you get 50% off your tickets. So therefore, the most expensive ticket is, correct my math if it's wrong, $17.50.
Wow.
That's a movie ticket
There you
price.
go.
And it's good for the whole family. The kids are discounted from there even further.
Wow.
Balcony seats start at $25,
Mhm.
so it's half of that even. So
Wow.
your kids can get in for. My wife's going to check the math on me here, but
Yeah, she's gonna
but-
fact check you.
but we believe in this so much, and we care
Mhm.
so much about the message of it. We are not in this for the financial gain.
Yeah.
If we were, we would be silly, because it's not very profitable.
Mhm.
But we really believe in the message of this.
I
And
love
if there
that.
are people in your listenership that think, hey, I don't have $17.50 to come out and see the show,
Mhm.
I would have them reach out to info@herulestheworld.com and just mention that you'd like to see the show and we can't afford the ticket price. And we will do what we can to make sure that as many people get to see the show as possible.
I love that mission.
It is so super important for people to see this message of what this show is. And beyond that, for us to have a chance to spread it with more people, we
Yeah.
need people to actually see it, and then
Spread the good
it goes
news.
viral.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. That's absolutely amazing. So give me a little wrap up, when it is, how we can get tickets, all the things.
Okay, yeah. So we are at the Waco Hippodrome Theater December 11th through the 14th. That's this upcoming Wednesday. It's really, really quick. 7 p.m. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Thursday, 7 p.m. Friday. 2 shows on Saturday at 2 p.m.
Whoop whoop.
and at 7 p.m. And the tickets are available at the Hippodrome website or directly through our website, which links to the Hippodrome ticketing site, www.herulestheworld.com. herulestheworld.com. You can follow us on social media at He Rules the World Show. That's both Facebook and Instagram. And like and follow us there and reach out to us. We really do want to hear from people, and we want people to see the show.
I love that.
And there it is, December 11th. That's coming up Wednesday through the 14th. 2 shows on Saturday on the 14th.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much. With that, we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. And now for a word from our sponsor.
What's up? It's me, Lisa. Bose Ultra Open Earbuds are one of my favorites. As a musician, sound is the most important part of the process. I've been so busy and always on the move, so if I can keep my music with me wherever I go, that would keep the inspiration going. The look of the Ultra Open Earbuds remind me of ear cups, so I would style it like an accessory. Check out Bose.com for more.
At Rolls Rolla, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony, and some call me Big T. And I'm Carrie, and we have some exciting news. We have a podcast.
Absolutely. It's called My Husband is a Hunka Burning Love.
No.
And we'll be discussing some different sex positions overweight couples can easily perform,
I
correct?
don't think so. It's called I Married an Idiot.
I know, I'm just kidding.
We'll try to stay on task, focus. Did you take your Adderall today?
Really? You're going to ask me that? Are you insinuating something?
Never mind. You may be wondering why we're doing this. We have been together for 36 years.
36 short, long
years.
freaking years. But we must be doing something right?
Well, we must be. But this is where the fun starts.
And you know me, I love having fun. Fun is the best thing to have.
Yes, it is. On our show, we're going to be discussing a wide variety of topics. And I'll give you my opinion, and you'll give your opinion. So please, do not embarrass me.
I'm not going to embarrass you. I told you 1,000 times, but you also need to learn to get some thicker skin if you're going to be doing this.
No.
And don't take everything so damn personal.
I know, but you get personal.
Anyway, it's up to you, not you, Carrie, but the podcastee listeners,
the audience,
to decide which one of us is the idiot.
It's going to be pretty obvious, trust me.
Absolutely, totally obvious. Was that a shot?
Of course not.
Okay, good. Just checking. So, you know, everybody has an opinion. It's like my daddy always said.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Well, it's true. An opinion is like an ass. Everyone has one, and some are bigger than others, or it went something like that.
Stop. Would you be nice? See what I mean? Tell them where we can be found.
Anywhere you get your podcast or roguemedianetwork.com. Just look up I Married an Idiot. Sit back, relax, and give us a try. I promise you it will be entertaining. And if you want to contact us, you can shoot us an email. Well, I don't seem to have the email at the moment. This is not good. I don't seem to have that at the moment, but we'll let you know, so stay tuned, and I promise you we'll let you know. Sorry.
Really?
Well.
But yes, eventually we'd love to hear your feedback. You can give us suggestions on what topic to cover, comment on our show or an episode, or just drop us a line to say hello.
Just remember, any negative feedback should be directed toward Carrie, and all positive feedback should go to me.
Wrong again.
Hey, babe, look, we got to go. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, just remember to tune in. It's going to be fun. And thanks for giving us a try.
Absolutely. Until next time, peace out. God dang.
I thought it went pretty good.
That went well, not.
Well, I thought it went okay.
Why didn't you tell me the email? Do we even have an email?
You said you were getting the email.
I did not. When did I say that?
You're such an idiot.
Oh, the hell with it.
And now, back to the episode.
And we're back. So we were just talking about the event happening next Wednesday, the 11th through the 14th, that you definitely don't want to miss out on. With that, we're back. And one of the first questions I love to ask when we back from break is, what is something you would like to see more of in Waco?
Waco, since I moved here in 2000, has grown a lot. It has really, really grown a lot. And there is a fantastic artistic core of people in this community. And I would just love to see the community come out and support the local arts in a more present way. I mean, Waco's got a lot going for it. Baylor University has grown leaps and bounds and done really, really well. Is bringing lots of people into town. Chip and Joe with Magnolia are doing fantastic things here. In fact, we put our VIPs and the press up at the 1928 hotel.
Love it.
And that's a fantastic building.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed the stay there greatly when we were here in July with the show. And I just hope that Wacoans will recognize the phenomenal level of talent that is here and the great opportunities that they have to support the arts here. And to just really, get out and participate.
Yeah.
A lot of great things happening here.
I love that. And it's amazing to get to see that. And then something like this that is so family friendly and so open to everybody, this really is an opportunity for people just to get involved and, give back to their community as well and support the arts, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Speaking of arts, I saw that you have a coloring book here, but tell me more about it.
So we are slowly dipping our toes into the world of merchandise as well, mostly for the purpose of just getting our name out there. So we've created, we've got hats, we've got some mugs, some really great ceramic coffee mugs with our logo on it. And we have Christmas ornaments. I got one here as well.
Oh, I love it.
That's for you.
Thank you so much.
So we've got some Christmas ornaments and some other things as well, and some magnets, and we decided to do a coloring book because we really want to emphasize that, yes, you can bring your 4-year-old, your 3-year-old even, your 2-year-old at your discretion, obviously. You can bring your little kids to this because you're not going to have to worry about profanity. You're not going to have to worry about adult-themed topics that the little ones shouldn't necessarily, or that you want. You're not going to have surprises. We know this story, and it's told in a really, really great way, and it's a fantastic message that everyone from the tiny tots all the way up to your grandparents can enjoy this. And we want this to be the new family tradition. He Rules the World is coming to town. Oh, let's get our tickets because this is what we do. Just like people do with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. There are folks that were at the concert in Austin last night where Jen and I were, and we really enjoyed it. I've seen them a few times now, but people sitting around us are like, "Yeah, I've seen this 15 times." I'm like, "Well, that's fantastic. It's a tradition. People are coming out," and so I think people are really, really eager to have this message of hope and something that they can do as a family together. And so, yes, we've got coloring books, and we'll even have some crayons there. I hope. I'm going to be fact checked on that a little bit later. But we've got all that, and you're just going to love it when you come out and see it.
I love, and that kind of goes into one of even the deeper questions that I usually ask is, why do you think it's so important that you're doing this in Waco right now?
In Waco right now, that's a fantastic question. From our internal perspective, my connections to Waco, my connections to people here, we thought that it might be a good launching point just to say, hey, this Waco-based composer wrote the show here in Waco, and we're gonna really launch a national push with the show here right now. But also, my church family here is just so solid and such loving people, and I want them to be a part of this as well. So it's as much me being excited to share this with the people that I know and that I've been around for 24 years now. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but that's a really big reason for it. And I mean, we could have gone to Dallas. We could have gone somewhere else and been a little speck on the calendar, and people wouldn't know who we are. So here it gives us a fighting chance to be recognized, and hopefully the Waco community comes out and supports us in this. And as I said, HeRulesTheWorld.com for tickets. And if you can't afford those tickets, please reach out to us at info@HeRulesTheWorld.com, and we will do our best to see if we can accommodate you.
Again, that's a beautiful message, and just making sure that this is accessible to our community is so important, especially around the holiday times. It's so important to give back, but it does sound like this is also such, community focused, and just giving back to Waco obviously is a message of our Lord and Savior, but I feel like is a love letter to our community as well, and just giving back with that. Is there anybody else in the community you would like to shout out or that's helped along this journey?
Special thanks to the folks at First Baptist Church here in Waco. I'm on music staff there every Sunday, and they've been very gracious with allowing us to use some of their space for rehearsing, and that community's just been very loving with me and supporting me and encouraging me to do what we're doing here. There are a few other folks that are supporting us locally here. Stephen Alice Beard and Tom and Sandy Ray, Vicki Lytle, Hatch Bailey, Community Bank and Trust is supporting us as well. I want to thank the folks at the at the Waco Symphony for we had a partnership on some advertising, and every little bit helps, and we just want that entire community to come out and support us and see what we're doing, and they won't be disappointed. I guarantee they won't be disappointed.
I love that. That is so amazing. And again, this just sounds like it's going to be just a wonderful celebration. And I can't wait to see this here in our city. With that, I know you already gave us all the information, but just one more time, where we can find tickets, how we can buy them, how we can get involved, how can we find more information?
Okay. So one more time, the show is He Rules the World. It's a concert telling of the Nativity story, family-friendly, high-quality, God-centered entertainment. We are at the Waco Hippodrome Theater December 11th. That's this Wednesday, the 11th through the 14th, with shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, and then 2 shows on Saturday, a matinee at 2 o'clock and an evening performance at 7 o'clock. Tickets are available at the Hippodrome website, which is wacohippodrometheater.com, or you can get your tickets linked through our website, which has some great information and pictures and media on there as well, at herulestheworld.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram at He Rules the World Show. And lastly, and certainly not least, I want to thank my lovely wife, Jennifer Emerson, for
Shout out.
for just being my rock in all of this, and my partner in this evangelical mission that we are on. And I couldn't do it without her. And we will be moving back into Waco on Saturday to start the process of rehearsing and
Loading
moving
in,
into the Waco Hippodrome and getting it all going.
I love that.
And once again, tickets are relatively inexpensive. If you can afford your tickets, please take advantage of the Keytar 50, Keytar 50 for 50% off tickets. But if you think you can't afford those tickets, I'll say it one more time, info@herulestheworld.com. Reach out to us and just say that you'd like to attend, but you're having difficulties, and we will do everything in our power as much as we can to try to accommodate as many people as possible.
I love that. That's amazing. And last but not least, I'll give you your little soapbox moment. Is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners today?
He Rules the World. It's the greatest story ever told, and it's going to be told in a way that that you will not be disappointed to see, and it's great for the whole family. So herulestheworld.com. Come out and see us.
Yes. And again, thank you so much for your time. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Find us everywhere on all social media platforms, KNOW_Waco. Check us out at roguemedianetwork.com, and we're on YouTube under Rogue Media Network. Check out nowaco.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.